Katie, where you will always find the truth of the news of what's really going on from the White House to the streets and all across America. America celebrated another historic milestone at the Kennedy Space Center on Sunday with the successful launch of NASA's SpaceX Crew 1, the first operational mission of NASA's Commercial Crew Program to the International Space Station, and only the second time in nearly 10 years that American astronauts launched into space from American soil. The launch of the Resilience spacecraft is the culmination of 4 years of renewed leadership in space. It's a tribute to the courage of our astronauts, the ingenuity of the men and women of NASA and SpaceX, and the unrelenting vision of our president, Donald J. Trump. After nearly 10 years of neglect that saw NASA rely on other nations to send our astronauts into space, NASA's SpaceX Crew 1 launch continues a new era of American astronauts returning to space on American rockets. The 4-person crew of the Crew 1 mission includes 3 American astronauts, Shannon Walker, Victor Glover, and Mike Hopkins, as well as Japanese astronaut Soichi Noguchi, representing a strategic ally of the U.S. space program. These courageous astronauts took flight with the hopes and prayers of the people of 2 great nations. As President Trump said in his inauguration address, we stand at the birth of a new millennium, ready to unlock the mysteries of space. And that's exactly what we've done. Our administration recognized that the American people have known for more than a half a century that our security, our prosperity, and our very way of life depend on American leadership, including American leadership in space. Past leadership lacked the clarity of purpose and the conviction that propelled the United States to be a vanguard of space exploration. When we took office, the United States had not sent an American astronaut beyond low Earth orbit in 45 years. Our mission to the moon was treated as a triumph to be remembered, but not repeated. Across the board, our space program suffered from empathy and neglect. From the very beginning, President Trump took action. He revived the National Space Council after it lay dormant for 25 years. We brought together the best minds in and out of government to revive the American space enterprise. At the president's direction, we put an end to decades of budget cuts and drifts in NASA's mission. In our first year in office, President Trump signed Space Policy Directive 1, making it the national policy of the United States of America to return to the moon, continue to Mars, and ensure that the next man and the first woman to set foot on the moon would be American astronauts. SPD-1 marked a watershed movement in America's space enterprise. President Trump finally gave NASA the clear vision, direction, and clear mission that it needed. As he said, we will return American astronauts to the moon for the first time since 1972 for long-term exploration and use, not only to plant our flag and leave our footprint, but we will go there to establish a foundation for an eventual mission to Mars. The president's ambition vision has led our nation into space farther and faster than ever before. With the strong bipartisan support of leaders in Congress, President Trump signed into law the largest NASA budget since the days of Apollo programming. Under President Trump, we've been removing out-of-date regulations to unleash America's pioneering space companies and forge the technologies to blaze new trails into space and create American jobs for the future. We've restored confidence in the opportunities of space and helped drive incredible economic growth. Studies show that the space industry will eventually generate more than $1 trillion in revenue annually in the next 2 decades. And finally, we are leading in space for the security of the American people. As nations around the world increase their investment in space, This president took decisive steps to ensure that America remains as dominant in space as we are in land, in the air, and at the sea. For the first time in more than 70 years, we established a new branch of our armed services, the United States Space Force. America has always been a nation of restless pioneers, ever striving to explore uncharted territories, reach new horizons, and venture into the unknown to expand the boundaries of human knowledge. Together, we've summoned the courage to dream bigger, to work harder, and we've gone forward with the same confidence of trailblazers who came before us. With Sunday night's launch of the Resilience and her courageous crew, NASA is back and President Trump has secured the American leadership in human space exploration for decades to come. We can stand so proud of what our president and our current administration are accomplishing despite the unfortunate fake news that so many media outlets are reporting. But that's why you can always rely on Real News with Katie to bring you the truth about what's really going on from the White House and all across America. Check back right here every Wednesday and Friday for new reports. To stay up to date on news you can count on, hit that subscribe button. And to support Real News being reported, press that like button. May the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, bless your family, bless our president, bless Kaylee, and may God bless the United States of America. See y'all next time, right here.